Tech wreck. Time to get your tech wreck.
Tech wreck. Chicky.
Tech wreck. Time to get your tech wreck.
All right, Sanjay, it's tech wreck time. What do you have for us this week?
So I've got a tech wreck for something that I don't actually have yet and haven't actually used yet, but I'm super excited about. And it is a voice assistant, the Home Assistant Voice Preview Edition. So I've talked about Home Assistant before. This is the platform that I use in my house for home automation. It connects to all the things. It does great stuff. Everything is local to the house. So they have just now released this voice assistant that pairs with that device. It costs $59. It's in a preview edition, so it's an early version. There's probably going to be some refinements. There'll be a final version that actually goes out for everyone. But you can select one of two ways for this thing to work. One, you can use the cloud and have all the processing for the voice stuff done in the cloud. Or the more important way, and the way I'm going to be using is doing it all locally inside of your house. So all of your voice commands are processed locally. They're acted on locally. You don't have to worry about any of your data leaking out to the internet and being attacked by anybody else. And so I know you have been a voice assistant person for a long time, but you're using one of those crazy cloud things, and that's not my jam. So I'm doing this thing. And we'll see how it goes. Like I'm looking forward to being able to tell it like, hey, turn on the lights, turn off the lights, set a timer, whatever, like doing the things that everybody else in the world has been doing up until now that we have.
See, I'm okay with my data getting leaked because what it will show is that Adam has absolutely no idea how many cups 8 ounces is. And he asks over and over and over and over and over again. So like, that's, I'll admit that publicly. Like I'm not good.
I was going to mention that to you because I've hacked into your voice thing and I've been watching how many times you ask about, and I'm like, dude, how can you not remember?
Yeah. How many times do you have to, like, it's the same conversion every time. It doesn't change, man. What are you doing? So,
I mean, I get it the second time, maybe the third time you ask it, but the 18th time?
But the 14th, the 18th time? Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's like, just
come
sad.
on. I've been a little bit concerned about you. So I was meaning to have a talk about you.
So many of us have been concerned about me, Sanjay. So
talking about what I'm concerned about, what is your tech rec for this week?
All right. So I'm going to recommend Notebook LM. So I think everybody should know this by now, but it's Google's AI notebook, and you can dump a bunch of stuff in it, and it auto creates a podcast of 2 fake podcast hosts talking about the stuff that you dumped into it. And I had a fascinating use case that I used this for. So I had a potential new client, and I needed to learn all about that new client, and I didn't have a lot of time. So I dumped the key links from the key pages on their website into Notebook LM, and it created a 12-minute podcast that walked through everything about the company, their history, their value system, their top products. It was an incredible overview. And I listened to it on the way to the meeting with the potential client. So I rolled into the meeting like very prepared, knowing everything that was going on, because I'd literally dumped 5 links into Notebook LM and then listened for 12 minutes. And I was good to go. I mean, it's just crazy.
So I got to ask, so did you tell it that you needed it only to be 12 minutes, or that's what it turned out to be?
No, that's just kind of what it seems to default for, to on the lesser side like that. Okay. So it seems to be pretty short. But it's honestly, it's pretty good. Like there's pretty decent banter between the AI hosts. They kind of add in like little quirky things and thoughts from time to time that are semi-entertaining. Like it's certainly not a 10, but it's a tolerable listen, which is kind of all I'm going for when we're talking about this sort of thing. So it was fascinating. I really enjoyed it.
I hope the 2 hosts in your mind are those 2 hosts that you created in that image of you and me, the video of you and me. Like that's the 2 hosts that I want to have.
The one where I have red hair, I think, in a hat, and you've got like a super cool haircut and a beard. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah,
way cooler hair than I actually do have in real life. So
that's the dream version of myself, I think. I'm not that's they talk about like when you're in AI, or when you're in the virtual environment, your brain has a projection of who you are. I'm going to make that guy my projection. Like that's my persona.
Ditto for me. I mean, and you pointed out he had a plaid shirt, just like I often have a plaid shirt as well. So
I mean, I think actually specifically specified he should have a plaid shirt for you in particular, because I mean, I know you. Like I'm like, I get it.